this our illness, that is influenza, which is commonly called as flu, has been derived from the word influence. Influence of the cold, and it is the deadliest infection since the inception of the world, and it is crossing from east to the west and north to the south. And nowadays, it is the era of the H1N1 epidemic, which is causing so many deaths in our country and across the globe. Let us start. Actually, influenza virus, in other terms, I will say this. It is going on, many epidemics it is causing. So this virus is saying, हमको मिटा सके ये ज़माने में दम नहीं, हमको मिटा सके ये ज़माने में दम नहीं, हमसे ज़माना खुद है, ज़माने से हम नहीं. Friends, this virus is causing so much headache to human beings. It is beyond imagination. Now, this is the outline of my presentation. You all know what is influenza and from where the virus takes the entry. The main hunt organ is respiratory system for the influenza virus. Lungs are the fertile land for this deadly virus. We are experiencing day to day that there are multiple epidemics and pandemic. And in 2009, the very dangerous pandemic was in Mexico. We all know pandemic is there, epidemic is there, and we experience. Everybody has experienced these symptoms of this influenza virus. Common symptoms: URI, LRI, like this, running nose. But the complications, it seems these are very simple, but most of the deaths are caused because of this complication. Bacterial pneumonia, which can cause the septicemia, otitis media, sinusitis, dehydration, and actually it takes the dangerous path in the persons who have got sufferings because of cardiovascular diseases or respiratory diseases like COPD, asthma, some metabolic diseases, diabetes, chronic liver diseases, chronic renal diseases. So the persons who are vulnerable to have less immunity and immunocompromised, they catch this virus and gets the infection, and ultimately most of the greatest fellows in the globe got the death because of this complication. You know, Nelson Mandela died because of the pneumonia. You know, Bala Saheb Thackeray also died because of the pneumonia, which caused septicemia. So this is not simple. Looks simple, but it is the most deadliest virus. You know, this swine flu pandemic, this is very, very famous pandemic, 2009, 2010, in which 18,000 deaths occurred. Now, something about the type of viruses which are the causative agents for this deadly disease. These are the RNA viruses. Types are type A, type B, and type C. But of these, type A is very important because it can cause the epidemic as well as pandemic. And because of this, antigens, hemoglobin H1, and from H1 to H17, and neuraminidase from N1 to 9, various names have been given to these viruses depending upon these strains. In human beings, most of the infections are caused because of H1, H2 or H3 and N1 or N2. Influenza B actually doesn't cause pandemic, it causes the epidemic. And influenza C virus is responsible for only the mild infection. This is about the viruses. Now, who should now? We have got very less armaments in fighting against this influenza. First is anti-influenza agents, and second is preventive agent, that is the vaccine. And now, what are the recommendations, international recommendations and Indian recommendations about the receiving of the vaccine? The CDC recommends that the vaccine should be given to all healthy persons more than 6 months of age. And second, WHO recommendations are that the persons who are at the highest risk of getting the complication, they should also receive this vaccine, anti-influenza vaccine. And who are already vulnerable because of the immunocompromised conditions, I have already mentioned cardiovascular diseases, respiratory diseases like COPD, asthma, cancer, chronic renal diseases like this, senior fellow, senior citizen, pregnant women, children from 6 months to 59 months. And this is, we are all work in the health fields. Health worker also should receive, so that infection, they should not get the infection and they should not spread the infection to others. And mothers, breastfeeding mothers, whose immunity is almost most of the time is compromised. And the context of the high-risk people, they should also receive this vaccine. These are the recommendations as far as our India is concerned. The elderly person should receive, and this has been recommended by the Geriatric Society of India. This has not been included in our UIP, Universal Immunization Program. Up till now, didn't recommend this type of immunization program, but other societies have recommended, like the Federation of Obstetrics and Gynecologists, health workers by our department, and this Academic of Pediatrics, they have also recommended for all children with risk factors, they should receive this vaccine. The benefits of the influenza vaccine. Actually, last year, the epidemic was on its top, and our some fellows were not agreed to receive this vaccine last year. My colleagues from IGMC or GMC. But now the recommendation is that fellows who are working in the health field, they should receive this vaccine, because there are benefits of this vaccine. It reduces the hospital admissions, it reduces the severity of the disease, and it reduces the complications, and most of it reduces also death. Sometimes the disease may occur, but that is not so severe, so that it may cause the death. So there are definitely benefits of receiving this vaccine. Now something, how this vaccination evolved. How did the evolution takes place? You know, this is the history. In 1938, first inactivated monovalent influenza A vaccine introduced. 1942, first bivalent vaccine developed. And in 1978, trivalent vaccine with 2 influenza A and one influenza B strains introduced. This is something about the evolution of the vaccine. Evolution in technology. Now totally this is a novel technology today. In 1938, the technology was first egg-based vaccine was introduced. In 2007, cell culture-based technology came in the Europe, and since 2013, first insect cell culture vaccine was approved by US FDA. Now it is also now prevalent in our India. Now the revolution in the this technology came. Now, in the vaccination, we are using virus-like particles. And this technology is very famous throughout the globe. Recombinant cell culture technology. This involves the construction of virus-like particles, and these particles are nano-sized particles, which mimic just like the external structure of the virus, but there is no intact viral genome in it, so it is not infection at all, not infectious at all. It doesn't cause a side effect of live attenuated vaccine. Now these are the some procedures how this technology works and how these vaccines are produced. They take this selected and synthesize this genetic sequence, and then they clone into baculovirus, and then baculovirus infects insect cells, and from these infected cells these proteins are purified and prepared. See, there is a difference between this influenza virus and vaccine virus-like particle. In virus-like particle vaccine, there is no genome at all. Only these proteins are there, hemagglutinin and neuraminidase. There is no genome. So, because of this absence of the genome, this vaccine-like particle vaccine is not a non-infection at all. It doesn't cause any infection like BCG, bacillus calmette-guerin, live attenuated vaccine. Production advantages. This vaccine is prepared in a very short time, 10-12 weeks, as compared to egg-based vaccine. It takes near about 8 to 10 months. These are the advantages. Now, Cadila company has brought this novel vaccine, okay, and which is named as Cadiflu-S. And this is the collaboration of Novavax, Inc. USA, and Cadila Pharmaceuticals. And this vaccine they present in single dose vial consisting of about 0.5 ml, and these two types of antigens are there, which consist of 15 microgram of hemoglobin, and this two types of influenza type A and one influenza type B. And there are three strains present in this: H1N1, H3, type B strain. Whatever the viruses are nowadays in our environment consist of these three types: H1N1, H3N2, and type B strain. So this is VLP vaccine consisting of hemagglutinin, neuraminidase, and matrix protein. There is an induction of neutralizing antibody, and that antibody prevents the infection, severity of the disease, and this matrix that stimulates the cell-mediated immunity to the receiving persons. We know that the dose 0.5 ml, and which is administered intramuscularly in the deltoid region. And the study shows that there is more than 70% of the vaccinees are immunized, and they are protected from this illness. And seroconversion of about 40%, which is up to the mark, international standard. And there are clear-cut advantages of this VLP vaccine over the egg-based vaccine. Egg-based vaccine, some persons are suffering from allergy due to egg because it contains the proteins. And this VLP-like vaccine, that is Cadiflu-S, it has got the exact genetic match to the circulating strains of the viruses which are prevalent in our environment and around us. There is very fast production because of this novel technology. And they have also got benefits. They have got upper age for the live attenuated virus. They can be given in the compromised in those conditions which define the compromised immunity, and I have already mentioned the persons who are already on the verge of immunocompromisation. So there is no harm to be given the vaccines, this type of vaccine to those persons. Indication, we know, dose and frequency, you know, once every year. It gives the protection only for about 1 year. Everybody, every year, everybody should receive this vaccine. Safety and tolerability. Majority of our individuals, this vaccine is very safe, and very small and very rare side effects are there. There is only one contraindication, that is the severe allergic reaction to any component of this vaccine. These are the salient features of this KD-Flu-S anti-influenza vaccine. This is first recombinant trivalent seasonal influenza vaccine. It gives the tremendous humoral response to all included strains, zero protection rate, more than 70%, and it is free from egg proteins, so safe in individuals with egg allergy, free from intact viral genome, so it is non-infectious at all, and this is very well tolerated by most of the vaccine. This is the innovative idea of Cadila, and their faith is that